come in. You're here for your 2 o'clock Xandar reading? No. It's not a Xandar reading. You wanted the Garfield reading. Okay, well, bear with me for a moment. I'll have to get the table set up for that first. Just a little bit of Italian seasoning zest. Okay. I call upon the wisdom of Garfield and friends and the eternal power of lasagna to bring about clarity and guidance and a disdain for Mondays. Now, we have a couple of different options here, but perhaps what you should tell me first is what you wanted to consult the cards about today. Okay, so the question is, should you break up with your boyfriend? I've been doing this for a number of years, and generally, when you're asking yourself that question, sometimes you already know what the answer is. But let's go ahead and start with this deck and see if we can get a little bit of guidance. I think with a deck like this and a question like that, we could probably just, start with the 3-card draw. So go ahead and put your intentions right here. Okay. Oh, interesting. Now, right now what I'm seeing is a past, present, and future sort of scenario being played out here. Presently, you've got your Pookie, and you like having a Pookie. So it's a source of comfort and a feeling of a relationship, compassion, coziness, caring. But this is Pookie in the standard orientation facing you. Now, that could be interpreted as the comfort and the pookiness coming from within. So being your own Pookie, you know, caring about yourself. Pookie is you, and then you could be the Garfield that is supplying that reliability and safeness within your own life and relationships. It doesn't always have to be an outside source Pookie. So something to consider in this question that you've posed. Now, this would be the past in this orientation with you. Diet is facing away, Pookie towards you, nap attack towards you. So, we talked a little bit about the present and how Pookie could be interpreted not just as an outside source of companionship, but that companionship coming from within you. Also a sense of safety, calm, and keeping yourself safe. When we look to the past, we've got diet in reverse. So it says here, it was bound to happen. My stomach finally outgrew my legs. What we see here is a sluggish Garfield. So maybe someone that's kind of not moving very quickly, a sense of a change being needed. Not saying that it needs to be a diet, but what does that mean if it's facing away from you? Maybe it's something where you've outgrown an old way and could be carried into where you're caring for yourself and wanting to have a bit of a change. Now, diet on its own, Garfield, he loves lasagna, as we know. But lasagna could be seen as a crutch. And I don't mean this in a food diet way. I mean as a sense of comfort. So finding perhaps that the relationship can be interpreted as something of a bit of a crutch, right? And it's slowing you down, facing away from you. Diet is in reverse, so something you're going to want to move away from. Old habits, okay? We're moving over here to nap attack, and what I'm seeing with nap attack is diving right in. It's facing you. Nap attack, Garfield's diving into the pillow. And I think that's signifying a sense of tiredness, right? Maybe a sense of change. Sometimes you can take a nap and then you wake up and you feel refreshed, different, like a new you. So, not leaning on old crutches. This is diet in reverse. The Pookie is you, towards you. And that's something that could be carried over into nap attack, where it's rest. Maybe taking a rest from something or a break, and hopefully waking up renewed and refreshed. Okay. It's just a 3-card draw. You don't feel like you got the answer you were looking for? Okay. Well, why don't we do a little casting here? Why don't we throw out... We'll take these Garfield figurines, shake them up a bit, and ask them, should you break up with your boyfriend? Okay. This one, we've got 2 face up, 1 on the side. This is where that indecision is coming from. You got your outdoorsman Garf. He is without his Jeep vehicle on his own and kind of facing away from the fun-loving Garfs. So maybe outdoorsman is wanting to explore, go off, outside of the relationship that's currently in. That's what that could mean. He's also facing away from your Garfield of protection and your leap of faith Garfield here. So, in this orientation, safety Garfield is facing away from you, but it's also face up. So I feel like maybe it could be interpreted as being a little bit guarded. So maybe you're guarding your feelings because this could be a pretty big change. Perhaps it's facing away from you because you want to protect the feelings of this boyfriend as well. But realize that outdoorsman Garf is giving you that exit, that path away from you and facing this way. It's also facing away from leap of faith, Garfield. So interpret that how you would like, but the leap of faith is not facing towards you. So it's not like you're taking a leap of faith to necessarily continue this, but it's also not faced away, giving you 100%. Yeah, this is something I should call it quits with. So does that help provide a little bit of insight? You don't understand the outdoorsman Garf. Well, he's got the hat on, and he's going this way. You're here. So looking at you, that's to the left. And then if he was facing to the right, I would say definitely go ahead and break things off. But this leaves it a little bit more open to interpretation. This is the safety Garfield because he's got the cat knee pads on. He's usually skating, doing something fun. He's open. He's open, faced up. If this was face down, I'd say, you know, maybe this is a safe move. Keep doing what you're doing. Again, not me. That's what Garfield's saying. Okay, it's face up. So, and then leap of faith. Also going in that same direction as outdoorsmen. So, while they're faced away, it's both leading in the direction of change. Yeah. You don't like that answer either. Well, it's not about an answer. It's about guidance. Okay. You know what? I'll do a 10 card. Okay. Now just keep in mind that, you know, should you break up with your boyfriend is more of a yes or a no question. So you're not going to get a yes or a no from the cards or the figurines. It's something you can think about later. Okay. How many was that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was 11. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just go over these. Wow. Right down the middle here. Now, the first one I pulled was a morning cat. Now, this cat is sluggish. It's towards you. It's really can indicate a needing of change. So morning, new day, change, and it being in this orientation towards you leads me to believe that you're ready for change. Then we had masked mutt over here, masked mutt. This is someone that is, you know, it's Odie, but he's wearing a mask. He's not really being himself. Not that he's putting on airs, it's just that he's lost himself. I don't know if you've lost yourself in this relationship. It's something to consider because it is an orientation facing you. Betty Bear, you got your Pookie. Pookie is towards you. And we talked about how Pookie could be a loved one, but it could be the love that comes from within. So, keeping that in mind, this Pookie's facing you too. And then backwards, oof. We've got a magic cat in reverse. Now, magic cat can mean, look, magic and spell book, that zing, right? That pizzazz, that wizardry, that spark, right? And if that's facing away, that's not always a good sign. Your smart cat and your Betty Bear, again, they're both going to your left. They're in this orientation. I think that means that it's time for some kind of a sea change there. a smart move that you yourself know what you need to do, to protect your heart, right? To do what's right for you. Smart move. And then we also had Scaredy Cat. And that's going the right way. So that's indicating maybe it's something that you felt in the past, but are you scared to make a move, right? To have that conversation. And the fact that you've got two Scaredy Cats, Scaredy Cat in reverse, I think you're concerned about someone else's feelings, but that's two Scaredy Cats in this pull. Ooh, now this is great because we've got Cow Cat. Two Cow Cats. One going to the left and one going to the right. And the Cow Cat is over top of Scaredy Cat, which is showing me that you're ready to wrangle up some courage with whatever that may be. It doesn't have to necessarily be part of this relationship question, but knowing that you're able to take control, wrangle in a situation, lasso in these emotions to then take next steps. And last but not least, Cool Cat. Cool Cat is facing your right, so this could be an indication that there's another Cool Cat out there for you, but it could also mean that maybe the Cool Cat you're with is the one you should be staying with. It's just on how you interpret these cards here. So I hope that gave you some guidance. I only had about a 20-minute appointment here, so I do need to wrap it up. I do have another Xandar appointment after you, so I need to get all this Italian seasoning off the table. Whatever you end up doing, I wish you the best of luck, and just know that, again, the love, the Pookie within you is really what counts the most. And it is important to be kind to others, but look out for yourself as well. Okay? All right. Well, that'll be $67.42. And I do take personal checks now. All right. Thank you so much.